Andres Bonifacio E. de Castro was born on November 30, 1863 in Tondo, Manila. Growing up in the slums of Tondo, he witnessed poverty and class struggle from a very close quarter. However, contrary to popular belief, his family was not very poor. His father Santiago Bonifacio was a local politician who for a time served as the chief lieutenant of the municipal mayor. Later, he looked after his family by working in various capacities such as tailoring and operating ferry services across the Pasig River. His mother Catalina de Castro was a Chinese mestiza. She worked as a supervisor in a cigarette factory. Born eldest of his parents' 6 children, Andres Bonifacio had 5 siblings named Procopio de Castro Bonifacio, Espiradiona Bonifacio de Stito, Trocadio de Castro Bonifacio, Maxima de Castro Bonifacio, and Ciriaco de Castro Bonifacio. Little is known about his childhood, except that he learned the alphabets from his mother's sister and eventually began his education at a private school. Possibly run by certain Guillermo Osmeña from Cebu, he studied here for 7 years only. When Andres was still very young, his father contracted tuberculosis, which forced him to stop working. He died when Andres was barely 13. A year later, his mother also passed away from the same disease. After that, it fell upon 14 years old Andres to look after his younger siblings. In around 1877 to 1878, Andres dropped out of school in order to earn his living. However, he continued his studies in private, reading books on subjects like French Revolution and biographies of the U.S. President, published in Spanish and Tagalog language. After the death of his parents, Andres Bonifacio started making pans out of paper and cane, which he and siblings sold to sustain themselves. Later, they began making posters for business houses. When Bonifacio was in late teens, he started working as a messenger of a British trading firm called Fleming and Company. Later, he joined a German trading firm called Presel and Company, working there as a storehouse keeper. But he is also became an agent and broker of tar, rattan, and other goods. All along, he continued to enhance his knowledge by reading various books and becoming aware of the social injustice faced by his countrymen under the oppressive Spanish rule. After the Spanish arrested Rizal in July 1892, Bonifacio decided that the Philippines would only achieve independence through revolution. On July 7, he founded the Katipunan, a secret society open to both peasant and the middle class that employed Masonic rituals to impart an air of sacred mystery. By 1896, the Katipunan had over 30,000 members and functioned at the national, provincial, and municipal levels. Following the execution of Rizal in 1896, Bonifacio proclaimed Filipino independence on August 23, 1896. This time, the Spaniards moved against him, cursing his flight to the Marikina Mountains, while other forces headed by the Emilio Aguinaldo were more successful and won control over some towns. When Bonifacio tried to rein him in, Aguinaldo ordered him arrested and charged with treason and sedition. He was tried and convicted by his enemies and executed on May 10, 1897. Today, he is regarded as a national hero.